friends and yogis, my name is Nicole Spirit and I'm here today with Puppy Finn. I also made myself a Nicol-Citron. Today's class is yoga for when you're not feeling well. What are the ingredients in Nicol-Citron, you ask? Well, that's a good question. We've got some ginger in here, some fresh ginger. I put some lemon in here, and there's some honey, some raw honey, and there's also a little bit of hot chili flakes. So I thought that we would do a nice little class if you're feeling not great. Got my socks still on, got a cozy sweater, I've got my little button that says just breathe. And I just wanted to invite you to do very little today. The biggest thing I can probably inspire you with is to repeat some really special mantras or powerful words. One of my daily mantras is, I am healthy and well. So when you wake up and you're sneezing and you don't feel good, and you start coughing and you might get a little worried that you're not doing well, notice what your mantra is. Notice if you're saying, I feel so sick. Can we set an intention to feel so good? And I know that sounds really weird, but I have put an intention out today that I feel healthy and well. So I thought I would introduce you to my magical tea. My favorite potter in the world makes these amazing whale-tailed mugs, so it fits so perfectly in your hand. That's my dear spirit uncle, David. I'm a little reluctant to put this down because the puppy might want to have a sip. By the way, honey is extremely good for dogs. It has like a synergistic effect where if a dog is not feeling well, honey is like literally the food of the dog gods for them. So put a little honey on a dog cookie. I'm a practicing vegan, so I am a vegan. It's been 3 years now, but I still consume honey. My husband doesn't, and so that's fine. We still have a bunch of honey around, and yeah, it's totally personal preference. You're allowed to consume honey if you're a vegan. I thought we'd do just a couple of minutes of just chilling out together, and really if I can do anything to help empower you to feel a little bit better, then that's super awesome. I knew that this practice would make me feel better, and I've been so incredibly inspired by the enormous library of videos that is Yoga with Adriene. So I do consider Adriene one of my teachers and one of my mentors. After 20 years of teaching yoga and Pilates and reflexology and Reiki, I just thought I would empower us with a few tools today to help you feel better. I just want you to feel better. So first thing, I want to see how you feel. I want you to check in with how you feel and notice the answer. It's okay if it's really awful. But maybe we can start to set an intention for the rest of our time together, or even for the day, that we're healing and that we are going to feel better. We are in a space of health and wellness, and our body has an incredible resilient immune system that can basically be helping us out if we do feel sick or unwell. I think that one of the most important things is prevention. So, having a consistent practice, something that you can just be nourished by every day is so incredible. So that's why I'm so impressed continually by the work of yoga and the beautiful teachings that I've learned through the Indian culture and Tibetan culture, and just through yoga and Buddhism, and ways to help me find my enlightenment. So wherever you are, maybe you're still sitting upright, maybe you've decided to lie down, and that's super cool. Maybe you've gone to the stove and you've decided you can make yourself a Nicol-Citron, something that will help you feel better. There was a study that it was in Spain that 80% of the people that developed symptoms of coronavirus had a zinc deficiency. So that's, actually it was vitamin D deficiency. Now I should get my facts straight, but zinc is another vitamin that's extremely important. Your vitamins and minerals are so important right now. So vitamin D, zinc. I use black oregano oil of oregano. I didn't know there was a difference till last year when I went to the health food store. The other thing that I really like is Immune Support by St. Francis Herb Farm. I also really like just having the oil of oregano around. It's like, I always love having it. The other immune support that I frequently use, thieves oil, and it's a formula of 5 essential oils that supposedly the grave diggers would use in the 1400s so that they wouldn't get the plague when they robbed the graves. So the thieves oil, and that's made of rosemary, cinnamon, eucalyptus, clove, and rosemary. Bam, bam, bam. So all those are really good for your immune system. And I mean, the number one most important part of your immune system that is so important, it's the thing that you have to do is set an intention to be healthy and well. And I think you can even see as I'm talking about this, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. This is my first few sips of the Nicol-Citron. So rather than feeling totally sorry for myself, which I definitely pondered doing that, I entertained that of crying and flailing around and oh no, I'm sick. I decided to record this little yoga class for us. So yoga for when you're not feeling well, and the intention is that you feel a whole lot better, or at least my minimum 1% better by the end of our time together. So as you can see, the reminder that yoga isn't necessarily only about asana or poses. In my teaching, there were 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga, which means 8. And only one limb of that is asana. So another limb is concentration. We're just gonna concentrate a little bit on feeling better. Maybe we take out a puzzle. Maybe we make ourselves a beautiful soup. Maybe we lie in bed, maybe we binge watch our favorite shows. I'm rewatching Schitt's Creek, my favorite Canadian show. Very proud Canadian right now, so sharing that excellent television series with you if you haven't seen it yet. Another amazing show that I really like, and again, another Canadian production, is Working Moms. That show is awesome. And I'm a mom to dogs. I don't have the kiddos, but man, I could relate to so many of the jokes. It's really good. And then another show that I just absolutely adore, and I'm just going total Canadiana on you today, is the Baroness Von Sketch Show. So I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we've definitely had a lot of really negative media, especially the last 20-30 years, and even as far as movies and television and just general media, they just tell us all the bad news, eh? Have you noticed that? So why don't we think about the good news? Why don't we check into, if you're on the Facebook, there's GNN, Good News Network. They've been around forever and they just share good stories. Like, how would we feel if we didn't have this bombardment of just terrible news all the time? I think we would do really well. And Saint Germain, who is one of my favorite ascended masters, talks about the violet flame and purifying our body, our mind, our breath, our spirit, everything with this energy of what feels like a beautiful purpley flame that's so spiritually charged and beautiful that it literally burns away any negativity, any physical impairments, anything like that. So I think I might just ramble on for this practice. This is my storytelling, and again, if you feel like sitting for this, you're welcome to do it. You can wrap a blanket around your shoulders. If you feel like lying down, that's available as well. And I just really wanted you to hear my voice. We'll do a little meditation where we purify our 7 primary chakras or energy centers. And then you're done for the day, and you can tune into that beautiful word sadhana, which is the Sanskrit word that means daily practice. It means I showed up every day, I took my light switch and I turned it from off to on, and I lit myself up. So I love just sitting down. I plug in my sitting bones and I'm like, yeah, I'm plugged in. And I notice if my spine is kind of slouching or collapsed, and I just make an effort to sit with a tall spine. So wherever you are and whatever you're doing, just know that I'm here for you. I support you. I would never wish for you to feel anything other than healthy and happy. And that is my Buddhist goal for everybody, is sending an intention of good health and happiness. Ah, puppy wants some Nicol-Citron. No, it's hot, puppy. So having that reminder was one of my favorite things I learned in my Buddhist teachings. No, it's hot. Was that we wish for health and happiness for ourselves. Sit. And we wish for health and happiness for everybody else. When somebody passes away or our best animal friend dies, we wish for health and happiness for them in their next life. So notice if there's been some grief lingering this year. Notice if you've got some challenges with just feeling like a healthy, happy human. I'm here to remind you your birthright is joy. You were born with receptors on your brain that are just strictly there to capture molecules of joy. And from the work of Candace Pert, one of the first neuroscientists to discover these particular joy receptors, it was actually shown that from the very first Sumerian writings, that they were here, they knew that we were here to experience joy juice. And joy juice, gosh, I mean, I'm not talking about some like full moon party in Thailand. I'm talking about like the joy of life, the joy of being human, the joy of being alive. You guessed it, I just spilled a little bit of tea. Thank goodness I added some cool water. Puppy Finn, you're right in my way. Anyways, joy juice. Joy juice. So, if you're just joining now, I've got my joy juice, which is lemon, ginger, a little bit of hot chilies, tiny bit, just for fun, and some honey, some raw honey. The other thing that I took right before this class is some vitamin C. So getting back to Buddhist principles, remembering it's not a religion, it's said to be a philosophy, a set of kind of principles that we follow. And what I love about Buddhism is it just tells us, wow, here we are to experience our own divinity. We're just here to know that we could possibly be enlightened. and that we all have a Buddha nature. And even the word Buddha means enlightened mind. The word guru, gu is dark, ru is light, going from light to dark. So my intention with myself, with you, and even with all the worst, terrible, yucky energies and souls on this planet that have challenged me or made me feel frustrated or angry, or people who have maybe even done terrible things. The essence of Buddhism and wishing for that enlightenment within myself and knowing it's there, and wishing for the enlightenment of everyone else, knowing that they'll get there as well in their own time, in their own way, is amazing. That's what we just have, that feeling of contentment that, oh, I got a glimpse of my enlightened, peaceful nature. And I love the reminder that the monk or the Buddha or the being of enlightenment sits and watches from a beautiful vantage point high up in the mountain, and doesn't take sides with the left and the right, or the good and the bad. It's just that energy, that Buddha just allows himself to be enlightened. Nope, lie down. So it doesn't mean that you have to, I love this joke. It's a little person meditating and it says, come on, inner peace, I don't have all day. We're not gonna get it in 2 seconds. We're not gonna get it in one yoga class. My teacher, Baba Hari Das, wrote a book called The Path to Enlightenment is Not a Highway. So we're all just walking each other home, as Ram Dass said. So let's just do a nice little meditation through the chakras. Again, lying down or seated comfortably, or wherever you are, please get into your most relaxed position at this time. There you go, Finn. So let's just gently imagine that there's a beautiful light. It's sunshine, it's moonshine, it's the light of photons. Photons are little packages of light, and it's increased light that's coming into your body now. And we're going to imagine it at the root chakra now. And it's empowering your root chakra with a sense of feeling really grounded and rooted on the planet, feeling really supported by life. The root chakra is associated with red, the Muladhara chakra, the root. So imagine now your roots getting replenished. Feel the support that you have in life. Notice that we're going through another 3 years of what's known as the ego's death. And everything you thought you were and everything that you believe to be 100% unequivocally true is perhaps changing at this moment. So let's just allow in our root chakra to feel the support of our friends, our family, our work. Also notice what isn't supportive to you, and maybe make a little effort or gesture to release or reduce some of that. Perhaps if there's an energy that you're around that is going through a lot of turmoil, they might be putting that energy on you. Again, we find a glimpse of our Buddha nature. We imagine the root chakra being empowered and glowing. Let's go into our second chakra, our energy center of the belly, the navel, orange, Svadhisthana chakra. And the second orange chakra, we allow for creativity and recreation to come through. Find that beautiful photonic light of healing and release and let go of any nervous energy, any worry. And as you breathe, you just gently start to sense and feel your belly, almost like there's a beautiful warming fire, your energy bank account at your second chakra. Chakra means spinning wheel of light or energy, and all of our energy centers, our chakras, correlate with our glands, with our hormonal system. The next chakra we'll gently imagine healing at this time is the solar plexus, Manipura chakra, and we imagine this beautiful golden sunshine yellowy, beautiful center to our being. And we imagine that we're increasing our vitality, our zest, our healthiness, our zeal, and we release and let go of any fear, any anger. We let go of anxiety. We imagine the center of our being the center of our manifestation, almost like there's a flower of life symbol right in the center under your ribs. Next couple breaths, let's float up into the heart center. We'll imagine those beautiful light healing our green Anahata chakra. Heart, green, complementary colors, pink. I think of nature. I think of healing with that energy of love and compassion. We let go of grief and sadness, and we allow ourselves to feel grateful. Maybe at the end of this video, you write your little wish list down, or you write down the 10 things that you're most grateful for right at this time. One of my favorite books is The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. And we imagine that when we're paying attention to gratitude, joy is the result. I'm so grateful to have a puppy. I'm so grateful to have a puppy. He didn't care that I was not feeling well today. He's like, I gotta go out on my walk. I gotta play with this thing I'm chewing on. I gotta be fed. Quick shout out to Finn and his one brother and 2 sisters, and his mama, and his dad, who we've never seen before. But one of his sisters needs a little love right now, so sending good love to all of them, all the puppers. They're 7 months now. Let's take a couple of breaths now, and we're going to go into our neck and throat center and think about the color blue, think about the boundless ocean, think about the boundless skies. And we breathe in that energy of our own truth, what the Kundalini yogis call Sat Nam, our true name. Satya is truth, Nam is name. That's mommy's good boy. And then we're going to imagine that any dishonesty, any addictions that are harmful, be reduced, that we let go of anything that isn't helpful for our true spirit at this time. Let's float up into the third eye, Ajna chakra, and we're going to imagine indigo blue. This is where you activate your 6th sense, where you activate your senses that are not the 5 that you know of. So our insight, our inspiration, our intuition. And we release confusion, we release worry, we release that feeling that we don't know what the heck is going on. Let that go. Enjoy the mystery of the divine feminine, which is that we don't know all the answers to the questions. Next chakra, we're going to invite this energy at our crown, and this is really what the true word of yoga means, that we connect to the divine within ourselves, but also the divine that is truly the most epic divine energy of the source or God or the great central sun, the big kahuna, the big kahuna. So let's connect now at Sahasrara chakra, at the crown of the head. And we imagine a beautiful crown of stars, and we connect to divinity. I love the reminder that infinity, the figure 8, and divinity are the same word. They're interchangeable. And here's a fun little fact, that the earth resonates at the frequency of Om, and that it actually makes an elliptical pattern in the sky every 26,000 years. So what's important now is we're going to 0 degrees of Aquarius. And that means that we're restarting a 26,000 year cycle. And the prophecy is that it's going to be good again. We're going away from darkness. We're going away from shadow. We're going away from really yucky things that are happening. And you might say, there's a lot of yucky things happening right now. And we say, yes. But the reminder is that the caterpillar, of course, needs to turn to goo and disease and die off its whole body before the imaginal cells form and the butterfly starts to take over. So just with this connection to the divine, take a couple of moments now to fill your crown chakra with light, with connection to something unknown, and perhaps even causing a remembrance in your pineal and pituitary glands. That's where we house our Akashic records, or the records of everything that ever was. So wherever you are now, let's gently connect with some energy that is higher than even our own imagination. They call it the higher self, a divine guardian angel. If you need to, ask for help. And today I asked my guardian angel for help. And I said, please help me be more humble, help me be kind, and help me feel optimistic rather than I'm really sick and I feel terrible and I'm going to be mean to everybody around me. Let's be healthy and well. Let's intend that now. And let's finish off with our 5 most powerful statements, our mantras, our important words. My 2 favorite, I say these every day. I am safe and free. My next 2, I am healthy and happy. And then the last mantra, the most important of all, I am loved. So say those to yourself. And let me say them to you. I believe you are safe and free. I believe you are healthy and happy. And I believe you are loved. So wherever you are now, gently set an intention for the rest of your day and for when you sleep tonight. Imagine that this is the best thing that could be happening to you right now. Imagine that this is the most healing thing, and it's necessary for your human. Hu means light and man means mind. So this is the most important thing to happen to your human, is to feel your sovereignty, to feel your healthiness, to feel your humanness. And here's my free video for you. Here's my free advice. Just breathe. Stay well hydrated. Drink more water or herbal tea. And my last healthcare technique for you right now is to have you imagine yourself vibrating at your most healthy and beautiful and vibrant potentiality. So you might just get a glimpse of that in your heart. You might see it in your mind's eye for just a moment, or you might totally embody in this moment a feeling of health and well-being, good health and well-being. Puppy sighs for that, he likes it. So my gift to you is visualizing you in your best, most healthy and happy state right now. Notice if there's something that's being released from your ego once and for all. And know that the ego isn't something we're here to conquer, but it's certainly co-evolving with us, co-creating. And without an ego, we would just be a ball of light. Our ego gives us a personality. Our ego gives us a gender. Our ego gives us a physicality. So we need the ego. We love the ego. It's just noticing the part of the ego that's destructive, or the part that associates just with itself. And here's a reminder, you're not your body. You can float right out of your body right now. Take your mind, your imagination to the moon, to the Pleiades, to Sirius, to Orion's belt, to Cassiopeia, to Arcturus, to any constellation. I named like 5, there's like billions more. And perhaps we tune into something that's so incredibly powerful or strong that we let the ego evolve and coexist and develop divinely with love and compassion. So wherever you are, thank you so much for your time and energy. My gift to you is to visualize you feeling healthy and well. I'm imagining your heart, which is a powerful electromagnet, is attracting to you what you're thinking about. So that's another quote that I absolutely adore. The universe is all giving. It gives you what you're thinking about. So watch the quality of your thoughts and your vibration. And that was from a beautiful book called Change Your Mind, Change Your Life by Lila Dahl, who's a dear friend of mine on the other side. Thank you to all my friends, angels, neighbors, my family of light, for helping me be who I am at this time. If you feel a little better, let me know. I'm wishing divine health and happiness for you today and every day. If you're there and you feel like it, let's finish off our class. We'll bring our hands together at the heart. A little bow of the head. We dedicate the merits of our practice to all sentient beings. May all beings be relieved of their suffering, and may we dwell together with great fruitfulness and harmony. The light in me greatly honors and sees the light in you. Namaste.